Hey guys, we're going to be doing a Miranda Kerr inspired look. Every time I see this look, I just fall in love with it, and I fall in love with her face because she's just simply gorgeous. But today I was in the mood for a dark lip look, so I thought let's do this one. I already primed my face with my Shiseido SPF just on the oily T-zone area because it really just helps control the oil. And the full name of each product I'm using, I'll list that down below in the description box as usual. So I'm actually going to mix my L'Oreal True Match with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation today. I know it's kind of an odd mix, but I like trying new things, so we're going to do that. Kind of got to really do that little twisty motion when you don't have a pump with these. But pretty much the Maybelline foundation has more of a, semi-matte finish, and then the L'Oreal foundation kind of has a bit more of a satin dewy finish. I just want my face to look kind of dewy without looking greasy since I already have oily skin, so that's why I'm mixing the two together. I'm just going to apply this to mostly the center of my face, and then I'm going to blend it out. Real Techniques brush. I'm also going to take some of that foundation and just cover my lips with it. And this is just so the lip color will show very true to color. I'm going to take just a bit of my L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Concealer for underneath my eyes. I'm not going to do any crazy highlighting and contouring today. A bit of this. Just to brighten up underneath the eyes. I'll go ahead and do just a little bit of spot concealing too with my Maybelline Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer. I'm just going to use my fingers, just really quickly do it. Just on any spots that really stand out. I really love this for spot concealing. I'm just going to use a light dusting of powder, going into my Essence All About Matte powder and my e.l.f. complexion brush. I'm just going to set the oily parts of my face. Okay, now I'm going to do the brows, and I'm going to go into my Maybelline The Nudes palette, and I'm just going to use this darkest shade right here with an angled and spoolie brush. And in the image, her brows look really dark, just because I'm pretty sure because it's a very shadowed kind of dark picture. So I'm going to make mine very full and kind of darker looking like that image, but I'm still going to try to keep it soft since I'm going with such a deep lip. So I still want the overall look to not look too harsh, And I'm not going to mock her exact brow shape, I'm just going to work with what I've got. Alright, now for the eyes, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer and just apply that to my lids. You want to hit the top lid and right underneath your eye. And I'm going to grab my Sonia Kashuk large crease brush. And in the image, it looks like she barely has anything on her eyes, but because my eye shape is so different from hers, I'm going to apply at least a little something just to get some, shape and a little bit more roundness to my eye. So I'm first going to go into this shade right here, apply that all over the lid. Just really softly. Do the same on the other eye. Right, then I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this shade, really little. This is going to be very, very subtle, and I'm just going to work that into my outer V and blend it up into the socket. I'm just going to dab my finger into this shade because it has a little bit of a satin sheen to it. Apply that right into the center. Just for a really, really subtle highlight. And to soften up the edges, I just kind of wipe down my brush and I'm going to go into this shade right here. And I'm just going to soften up the edges. Now everything should be really blended, no harsh lines. Okay, now I want a little bit of shimmer just right here in the center, right underneath my lower lash line. It kind of makes the eye, like this area, protrude out more and give your eye a bit more of like a rounded shape. So that's what we're going for. So I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm using my Sonia Kashuk angled brush. Pop that right in the center. I'm going to lightly line my waterline with my Revlon Color Stay liner in Blackberry. I haven't used this in some time, so maybe I should warm it up a little bit. There we go. Even a shimmer, kind of like deep shimmer shade, could look really nice too. And then for her upper lash line, it doesn't look like she has much on there either. Maybe some gel liner or really like smudged in pencil liner. So I'm gonna use my Jordana 12-Hour Made to Last eyeshadow pencil with an angled brush, and I'm just going to smudge it into my lash line. It's gonna be really subtle. So just for comparison, I'm gonna curl my lashes. I'm actually using my Revlon lash curler. You know I usually use my Schumer or my Lancome, but this one works too. It's not as flat, so it doesn't like fit my eye as well, but it works. So you just wanna make sure that you work your way throughout the entire lash, from the base, from the root to the tip. It works. And then I'm going to use my Maybelline Falsies Big Eyes Waterproof Mascara. So we're going to start with the upper lashes. And then taking the lower lash side and applying it to my lower lashes. The brush is just a lot tinier. It's pretty cute. I think this is a good mascara if you kind of want a more natural lash look. Which, I mean, hers looks really, really natural, so it's kind of perfect. I might potentially consider false lashes, but I kind of want to have the full look on first with the lips and everything before I put on the false lash, just to see if I like it with it better, with it or without it. Okay, I'm going to do some very light contouring. It doesn't look like she has any blush on, it's hard to tell, but I'm going to go into my NYX blush in Taupe. It's a great contouring shade. For my light to fairer ladies, use a very, very light hand if you use this, but I'm just going to use that same brush from earlier. This is just the e.l.f. complexion brush. Just take a little bit, and I'm just going to do some really, really, really light contouring with it. I'm going to get some along the jawline as well. I want a little bit of contouring around the nose too. So I'm going back in with my Sonia Kashuk brush, just making sure to really wipe it down. Grabbing some of this, lightly contour my nose. Just going there. If you think that bronzers look too like orangey or golden for you, try something very taupey like this. Okay, with whatever's left on my brush, I'm going to go up in here too. Okay, now for the lips, I'm excited. I am going to take a concealer brush because it's just bigger and easier to work with, but you can use a smaller lip brush as well. I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Cherry Bomb. I'm just going to apply it straight on first. Okay, now let's see how it looks with the lashes. These are the ones I want to try. They're really, really natural. Is it too much? The lash glue I'm using is from Kiss, and I really like it because it's just like a stick applicator. So you just take this and apply it straight onto the lash band, and you can find it at the drugstore. So I'm just going to apply this really thin strip. Very little goes a very long way with this glue. Wait a few seconds to let that get tacky. I feel like I need more mascara. Her eyes kind of naturally pull down right here, whereas mine don't. So I'm just going to mimic that using some shadow. I'm just going to wipe down my Sonia Kashuk angled brush. I'm going to go into that nudes palette, and let's take a mix of these two shades right here to the outer half of my lash line. Okay, as you can see, I sort of tried to mimic her hair a little bit, but looking back at the picture, I feel like there are more brown tones to her lip, so I kind of want to add a little bit of brown. I don't have like a deep brown lipstick, so I'm gonna mix this NYX Infinite Shadow Stick in chocolate. Oh yeah, this will work. So there is the completed look. I am so in love with this. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you do try out the look, please share it with me on my other social media. I would really, really love to see it. Just hashtag #xtainer, and that'll be easy for me to find it. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it and if you'd like for me to do more. Also, feel free to leave requests of any celebrity looks or any kind of inspired looks, like it could be wedding, prom, anything. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!